Hey there, viewers. My name's Strinsky, and welcome back to another Wednesday stream. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far, because today we're going to be jumping back in with a little bit more Tunic. Had a lot of fun just learning the lay of the land a little bit last week, trying to figure out what the game is all about. A little bit of high-intensity action combat, some fun puzzling on the side, really good exploration, and of course, just the cutest overall styling you can possibly imagine, whether that be the characters and the environment itself, or most especially the manuals. So adorable. But, of course, today we're going to be jumping back in, trying to remember all the little things, all the bits and bobs. We'll have to see how it goes. It's sometimes a bit rough after a week off, but I'm sure we'll get back into the swing of things without too much trouble. So without further ado, let us hop back into it, shall we? I believe we left off after praising the sun at a little pillar altar thing in the underground kind of sewers-like area. We'll have to see. Then it becomes a question of, do I know my way out? I mean, I feel like I could take the long way and kind of have a decent idea. I'm struggling to remember exactly how the exit strategy, or the shorter exit at the end of the section was. Oh right, doesn't matter because we spawn at our last bonfire. How about that? I'm guessing the altar is still depressed, as it were. Trying to think of where we can get some confirmation of that, because we didn't even quite determine where the line went, because it seemed to power up the little liney bit. In fact, if we head into here, it went down and up. Now it wasn't, I think we did check that top one to see if it was included. I feel like it was. So the question becomes, where do we want to try and go next? Seems like the underground area on the top right, there's another one there, so that's always good information to have for whenever we do end up finding our way into that strange spider den, Fortress of the Eastern Vault. Again, that boss looks terrifying, to say the least. So the question becomes, what do we wish to do? We could double check towards that like swampy region that's down in the bottom right of this map. We can find a way to pray at that pillar, altar, whatever have you, whatever it is, then that would power up our journey that direction. Do a quick refresher of the controls. Don't know why my B slot is completely empty. Sure, we'll find something to fill that out. Oh my gosh, and there are still even some bushes. Guess those are the ones we can walk through, so not quite as big of a deal as the full-fledged trees. And then, was it this way? We'll give it a shot at the very least. Definitely been here before. Didn't get very far along in my mission to destroy all nature this direction. Probably should have worked on that a bit. And there she is. I'm guessing we can't do it from this far away. No? You're not happy with that? Fair enough, honestly. Not exactly showing our devotion from that distance. Is there any way up here? Yes, there's that letter on that pillar. So what I would guess, if I want to hazard a guess here, is that we gain some ability to jump. Because it looks like there's a pathway that leads all the way there. So we might just not be quite ready to take on that section yet. So where does that leave us? I mean, we look to the left here. We never did go down into the far left where there's that little arrow underneath the boss image. So that could be an option. Alternatively, we'd need to find out what powering the underground altar actually changed, because I'm guessing it did change something. I mean, it could just run through the mountain and now we're ready to head up top. to that doorway we found at the very tip top of the mountain. Oh, excuse me, friend. I'm actually just on my way through. Sorry to say, can't stop and chat. Oh wow, the big boy made it up on this side. That is less than ideal. I guess we can kind of sneak around this way. Yeah, okay, that works out. And then, instead of just heading straight to the top of the mountain, let's first see if there's any indication down this way of what may or may not have changed here. Because I didn't really want to have to fight anyone to figure out. We shouldn't have to, as long as we navigate, keep our wits about us. We will head down this direction, and there we go. We can see some of the powered wire, as it were. In fact, maybe if we get a bit of a zoom out. I actually don't necessarily recall if that one was powered when we hit the bell, or if it came later. Regardless, let's just start exploring, shall we? We can hypothesize and try and premeditate all the livelong day. Sometimes you just gotta get moving. No, it doesn't look like I can sneak around here in any way, shape, or form. So there goes that plan. We do see that this does, that little ribbon of purple does lead back to the underground sewers, so we could potentially follow it to its logical terminus here. See if that leaves us with anything. 'Cause I don't know where it goes from here. It goes through the rubble? Potentially? Maybe, just maybe. In which case, we wind up back in this little area. And nothing down this way. So with that in mind, let us head up the mountain a little bit, I believe. Can at least poke our way through here. I'm trying to think of what would be faster between actually going through the temple or taking the long way around. And I think through the temple is the safe bet, because the long way around is a question of, will I get lost? Trying to remember the direction. And chances are good, unfortunately. So instead, we'll just make our way through here. Hello. Little prison that we're trying to open up at some point. At least I think that's the plan. You never know when these games are going to subvert your expectations in some wild and wacky way. Let's just sprint along here. Not there, but here. Maybe? That did not navigate the way that I remembered, but it's not saying anything. Wait a minute, did DCSS get a reskin? Her trunk was wacky, but man. Yeah, this is the new 3D modeling that they're throwing in to DCSS. They've also removed every single class except for being a literal fox. You've heard of Tunic? It looks awesome. It is spectacular. It's a lot of fun. The aesthetic is absolutely gorgeous. And on top of that, it is decently challenging, or at least the first boss fight was. I mean, some part of that may be the fact that I kind of forgot that we had the ability to block. So I was talking to Brinth shortly after that stream, and they mentioned how the fight got a lot easier once they remembered their shield ability. I never got that far, so instead for me it was just learn to dodge. Don't get hit forehead. Which, I mean, we got there, so can't complain too much. Unfortunately, we're not doing quite so well in the puzzle solving side of things. But it's a fun little challenge for sure. And I really like the way that the information is doled out. I mean, it definitely took a page from Dark Souls, not just in the kind of combat pacing, but also in the way that they delve out information. I guess a little bit better. Instead of just some cryptic words from the occasional NPC, we at least get this very well put together, well-meaning manual that is also adorable. So hits on multiple fronts, which is nice. You know, after coming up all this way, I feel like I'm not onto something. And that we instead should have taken the far left path to see where that mysterious arrow led. Indeed, it would seem so. This does seem like a bit more of a final area, as it were. So, it's back down the mountain we go. Hey, Dr. Pirate, how's it going? Hope you're having a fine weekend here in the middle to end of April. I almost said the wrong month like 3 different times in my head. Oh, the door in the mountain, very mysterious. Indeed so. Almost as mysterious as where the heck we should go next year. But we have some ideas. You know what? I'm not interested in fighting you at the moment, my lovely sir. Very busy, you see, so let us just make a quick little jaunty trip. I mean, at the end of the day, dying would actually probably be our fastest way of maneuvering down, but not exactly ideal. We have 400 monies. Probably a decent idea to try and hold on to those, get some upgrade level up thingamabobs. Let's see, can I navigate without being able to see my character? Not very well is the answer, but we got there eventually. And besides, I could watch this little buddy go sprinting around for an eternity here. Fox doubloons, oh of course. The proper name, the correct nomenclature for the currency in this world, as all foxes would know. Okie dokie. Let's try and remember, how do I even get to this area here? If I go to the Dark Tomb and around the top, so that's going along here and sneaking around this waterfall, if I remember correctly. Which doesn't seem like a lot to remember, but when you're dealing with a brain like mine, sometimes you gotta take your little victories where they land. The art style looks like Kingdoms and Castles. That's definitely a good example for sure. Little city building game with polygons in the 3D look, for sure. There are certain aspects of it that remind me a lot of Besiege, for very similar reasons. Where does this lead? Doesn't look like it goes down. Ah, it traps us up here, and we still haven't quite figured out what these little hooks are. Curious, might be some kind of grappling mechanic if we're continuing on with the trend of kind of Metroidvania-esque advancement. Or just some kind of shortcut in one way or another. Let's see. No, I'm not interested. You know what? This doesn't actually look like it leads to where I wanted. Danger. Thanks, game. We'll not head that way then. Mostly because I cannot. And I'm just getting myself into worse and worse trouble. Yep, that would do it. Again, at the end of the day, it might not be a big deal because the quickest way out of here would be to die. Do I want to go through here? This can't be the only way between the two sections, right? So let's see, we can get into the sewers by taking the stairs, I believe. You just gotta go. No worries, Ninja. Thanks for dropping on by. Always lovely to see ya. And have a fantastic rest of your day. Danger fox noises. So cute. Where does this lead me? Excuse me, friends. I was actually just on my way through the place. Maybe? Maybe, just maybe. Okay, it leads us back to the ribbon at the very least. So this is, again, what we finished our last session with. Oh, there's a way through here that I'd completely forgotten about. Or is this just how we got there last time? It was just how we got there last time, because here we are. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, so it looks like we have one charge going out, and that's the one that we saw in the other kind of covered walkway section. There is also this bottom one to the left here. How about that? Whoa, and what happened there? You're not supposed to roll on stairs? I feel like we fell down for a second. Huh. Don't know if I can replicate that. Come on, little fox. Right? I've not seen that either. I mean, there is that entire mechanic where when you're at low health, you can get staggered and fall over, but that wasn't the case for us, so no real clue. And you know, let's see, bell tower. Trying to look at this map and remember. I guess we could have just gone back to where the bell tower is and take the ladders down and go kind of the opposite way through, starting at the boss. Unabout. If we die, though, that's a long journey back because it's kind of set up to go the other way with all the rest points there. Oh, and there is another one of those altars down there, so we definitely have to head this way at some point regardless, down in the bottom section of the West Garden. So, not a horrible idea here. Can I get there through here? I feel like I cannot. I'm so sorry. Sorry, excuse me, pardon me. Again, quickest way out. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? This isn't the way. It would help with the whole not getting lost thing if I could at least keep the last minute content within my mind and remember where I was at. No, excuse me, friends. Sorry, gonna have to just squeeze on through. That's not quite right. Was it through here? What was in this way? Excuse me, pardon me. Oh. You know what? Highly deserved. Also deserved. Thread the needle. There we go. That's better. You know, this doesn't look quite right for getting where we're actually trying to go. 'Cause if we go down here, we have to go through this entire little mini section. It's not too much of a journey. Let's just run on through, shall we? Excuse me, friends. Oh, jeez Louise. That adds up quick. Dodged. At least we can dodge through these and our enemies are kind of stuck going about it the hard way. And where was the way out of here? Down here. There we go. And one more time. Healing up as we go. This takes us to the base. Lovely. Ah, and the ribbon did power up this way. So maybe we did open up some progress. Oh my gosh, follow the trail. Just go, go, go. So maybe we never would have been able to get to either the monolith or the whatever's to the further west. What is more west than the West Gardens? But maybe we didn't actually have access to one or the other without first putting this altar down, so maybe it all works out in the end. Wouldn't that be lovely? Just absolutely fantastic. Okay, ribbon continues on that way. This does look like the initial entrance into the West Gardens. I'm trying to find, yeah, it's across here to get to the campfire, I guess, Mama Pox shrines, as it were. Hey, Brant, how's it going? You finally get to catch a bit of Tunic. Just in time for us to either have come to some realization as to what we're doing, or we're completely lost in the sauce and trying to puzzle our way through. So, to check first, I think I'm going to head to the far west point here and see if we missed anything down that way. Fortunately, we can take this wee little shortcut. Ooh, and the ribbon is up there as well, the new ribbon that we're exploring, seeing if anything's changed. So that could definitely lead to, I guess that's where the other obelisk altar thing is. Okay, here we want to go down. How do I get there again? Was it through here? There we go. That's perfect. Nobody noticed me. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Same here. No. Okay, these buddies are not going to be quite as forgiving. Oh my gosh. Didn't realize there was collateral fire. That is lovely. I'll take it. Oh. What do I do here? Thought weird. That was just our life now. We could have been trapped in ice for eternity, but I'll take it. Because are we on the point now? We are. Okay, so maybe here we need whatever kind of jump mechanic I've been assuming is going to be coming up at some point. Looks like that might be the case at the very least. Where the heck did you come from, friend? I mean, free fox doubloons. Don't mind if I do. Excuse me. Pardon me. Actually, just on my way through. Oh, we can't really run away from the flying buddies. I'm gonna regret taking all these enemies with us. Oh, but if I can rest at the shrine, it doesn't matter. There we go. Problem solved. And so can I get here? Squeeze my way on around. Ooh. Slight problem, it would seem. Secret ladder? No secret ladder? What do I do with you then? Seems like this would power up this line here. And again, I don't think we can reach it from all the way down here. Always worth a shot. Sequence break the game. That's always the goal, right? But nope. Okay, so both of these prepositions unfortunately didn't quite work out as intended. It's the magic dagger, of course. You know, I am not 100% sure. Whoops, I was holding down a direction key while opening up the manual. It's never a good idea. I'm assuming we got everything we wanted from over here. Oh gosh. Excuse me, friends. I was actually just on my way through. Geez, you're trying to remember now? You thought that's where I wanted to go next, kinda? That's the issue with this game as well, though, is it's pretty subjective. There are multiple places where one could go. Because you can kind of sequence break in a really fun way, which I love. But no, okay, this is where we got the magic dagger from, I would assume. So what do we have next on the agenda of possibilities? Oh, that's not great. Excuse me, friends. It's just on my way through. In fact, I might just do a quick loop-de-loop up this way. Excuse me. There we go. Ouch. Well, there's one very specific place I want to go now, but you forget how I get there at this point, though. That's the trick of it. I mean, I'm sure we'll figure it out, right? Anything else special to do here that I missed? It's also just a good opportunity to see, did I miss anything crucially important? Because I wouldn't be shocked if that were the case. It looks like we've gotten most of that area explored. Forbidden Pass didn't seem quite the way. You wouldn't spoil it for me, but you thought that was the way to it. Still might be for all I know. We never did find out what the little circled music note that points to our old house is either. That could be something or another. And what else? What else? I mean, it looked like at the little obelisk to the south here, it did look like it almost led, the piping that it would turn on almost led to one of the yellow pads. But that might just be me getting desperate at this point. So what else? What else? I've kind of ignored the East Forest for the time being here. Don't know if that is appropriate or correct in any way, shape, or form. I was trying to work out some of the color coding because there are these like the gold, the shiny gold, of course the sealed temple door on the beach to the bottom left there on the way to the West Garden, as well as the walkway here. I'm not 100% sure what that means. The Bic pen scribbles are a cute touch. Definitely are. It's absolutely adorable. Let's see, we can try and run back this way this time, since I do believe that it is a bit of a quicker jaunt, since this doesn't seem to be what we're looking for at the moment. Oops, there we go. And what else could we do? I mean, we could go back to trying to follow the power line here. Trace it back to not the source, but quite the opposite. And where could we go from here? Not too much to see there. I guess we could go back to our old house. Hop in for old time's sakes. What do we do now? I feel like I'm missing something either relatively minor or crucially important, and I'm just a fool. Why not both? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, maybe. So, did we actually go to the terminus up here? We did not, so we might as well take another peek. You know what? Okay. I was gonna just walk through. I was gonna spare you all, be a generous fox, but I guess that's just not the world we live in. Ah, okay, so it looks like this is another jumping point. If that does end up being the mechanic at play, who's to say? This was the East Forest, so definitely been there before. Do we think I missed anything? Don't think so. There's nothing too crucial, I would assume. Our little gravestone here. I'm glad that it didn't allow me to deface it, because I did not really think through attacking that before just going for it to see maybe this is the answer. Let's see. There's the area to the bottom center of this map that we haven't explored yet, so let's give it a shot, shall we? See if we aren't missing something there. Just were in that direction, so you'd think I'd have a slightly better memory as to how to do it. Oh, okay, perfect. Just trust in the background running processes of my mind. And then we can go past ye old home here. Are the music notes the wind chimes? It might be. Don't think I have any way of causing wind in heavy quantities yet. We're working on it though. Science will get there eventually. Hello, friend. Sorry to dispatch you, just need to make my way through here for a quick wee second. Get the sneak attack on this son of a gun. This one as well if we can. Worry about the non-shield folk after the fact. There we have it. Not too shabby. Actually kind of heading the wrong direction now. I think I did want to head down this way. Ooh, and it does look like the strip is now lit. The beacons are lit. So, maybe that's something, maybe it's not. Only one way to find out. Foiled. Foiled again. It's a weird hook, though. Okay, so not quite that direction. What else have we got at our disposal to check out? Haven't thought this through as to what I'm gonna do if I'm unable to find the next keys here, but just have little faith in myself, I guess. We can do it, I believe. Never said it would be easy. Excuse me, friend. There we go. Dude, oh, I cannot kill you in 3 hits. Oh, right. And almost forgot about that little mechanic there. Ooh, another little card upgrade thing. And okay, I don't think that wire was live before either. So the game is drowning me in little potentials. Maybe that's the way. Let's see. Excuse me, pardon me. Don't mind me, sir. Just making my way downtown. Perfect. Let's see, what is over yonder? Does seem like it just goes underground, so I don't know if that's exactly what I was looking for, but maybe this? Where do you take me?